Well, hello there and welcome again. Thank you for hitting play to hop on and hang out with me for a little bit. So it's me, Rosie, aka Chulitaa, Rosita, Chatterbox Girl, GRL, whatever you want to call me. Hey sis, friend. Anyways, thank you for tuning in. And I just thought I would make a very quick video, hopefully, of me chit-chatting with you while I prep real quick and make a steak for my amazing husband, who's only going to be with me for a couple of hours because he is heading right back to work. So yeah, I asked him what he was in the mood for, and I hate it sometimes because food for him is out of necessity and not because he has this love relationship with food like his wife. Food is love for me. So I do think about what I'm gonna eat, all that stuff. He doesn't care. But I know that he always enjoys a really good steak. And so he said all he cared about is eating because he was really hungry. So I just wanted to make sure that he ate something hearty and delicious, and you can't go wrong with steak because that's something he can definitely eat all the time. So anyways, my steak, I'm making this video. I hope that it gets some views, and I hope that Ninja, the brand, gets a hold of it somehow, or somebody shows it to the person, the PR person or whatever, because please, Ninja, please sponsor me. Do you know how many people have bought Ninjas because of me? I'm just saying, I don't know how to use everything properly, probably, but what I do use, I definitely know how to use. And one thing that I cannot live without is that Ninja grill that's over here. Let me see, this thing should follow me. And hopefully this thing is live. Oh my God, it's a Ninja grill, and you can make anything. People love my bacon. Why? Because of that thing. It's like the best bacon. Steaks, the best steaks in the world come from a Ninja grill, air fryer, air crisper, whatever. But yeah, I'm telling you, people are shocked when they know that if they have one of my steaks, or they have a Cornish hen that I make and it came from a grill like this, like an air fryer, air crisper. I just think that a lot more people would use them. And I'm not saying that they don't, obviously people do use them, but in my family, in my circle, and in my culture, I would say a lot of the señoras, older women, like my mom, wouldn't have used one because, you know, she's old school and she probably thinks that, no, you can't cook a traditional meal, Mexican meal, that's delicious in one of those, and that is not true. I'm just saying. But so anyways, whenever I have showed people, you know, or they've tasted my food, they're like, cannot believe that I made it in that. So anyways, I have this beautiful steak, and I'm not a chef, so I don't want to hear blah blah blah, you know, I didn't do this properly, blah blah blah. I'm just here to talk about the products that I'm using to cook the food in. So don't be over here trying to tell me like, you didn't do this to it, or whatever. Before I turned on this camera, I had already washed my hands, and I had already done those things that you're not gonna see me do, because unless you want me to make a video that's like an hour long, and ain't nobody got time for that. I certainly don't today. But anyways, I do have these two ribeyes, beef ribeye steaks that I bought at Sam's, and they are, I don't know the size of these things, but all combined almost 18 pounds. And this steak right here, this ribeye, I cannot eat the whole thing, so I will eat half of it, and then the other half I will eat tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, and I will make it with steak and eggs or warm it up for dinner. Now, I was not a person that I would eat leftovers. Yeah, I know, don't call me bougie, I'm not bougie.
Maybe a little bit.
No, I'm not bougie. I just, before, that's why I'm trying to tell you that why these grills are so amazing. Because before Ninja grills, Ninja specifically, because that's all I've owned. So I'm not saying other grills don't do the same thing, but I can only talk about what I have used for many, many, many years, probably since the first. That Ninja grill is not a new one. It's, I don't know, babe, how old is that grill right there? 5 years, maybe? The pressure cooker is older than that. So in other words, I need a new one. but because this one is pretty banged up and pretty used up, but it still works. That's another thing, Ninja. I'm talking about the longevity of these products. We have moved a million times. I'm a gypsy, and they've made it through our moves. And trust you me, I cook in them like almost everything that I can cook on. In fact, the only thing that I ever do cook on a non-Ninja product, it's only because I can't. Because of whatever that I'm making, that I can't make it on that. And that might be another video, because maybe you're saying, well, what can you cook? Because actually you can't, blah, blah, blah. So anyways, back to the steak part of it. Yeah, so what I'm doing is I melted some butter, and I melted Kerrygold butter, because if you're gonna make a good steak, it requires Kerrygold butter. And thanks to my cousin Josh that told me that. So Josh gets a little cameo on here. Josh, I know you're gonna watch my video because you support everything that I do. And thank you. Because of you, I use this butter. And guess what? I do notice a difference. I mean, like a huge difference in the taste. I made some cornbread the other day that Charlie swore by, and I used some of that butter, and I don't know, he said it tasted very different and like the best he's ever had. So aside from other ingredients that I cannot tell you about because they're secrets, that one. You sound like mom. Charlie's in the back. I sound like his mama because she would never give her secrets. That's one that I can share because I definitely want Kerrygold butter to sponsor me as well. But I do believe that it definitely makes a difference in the taste. So I have one of these thingies, and I am brushing the butter on my steak so that I could then season it while I have my air fryer preheating, because look how amazing, I'm telling you, this product is, that while you're doing something else, you can be preheating just like you would a traditional oven, and prep whatever you need to do. And then once it beeps and tells you that it's ready, it'll literally tell you, if you can read, beep. If you can't read, once you hear that beep, that tells you it's time to add the food. But it'll also say add food when it is ready. Now, I put it for a total of 18 minutes because I'm putting 2 steaks on there. I will take it out, one of them prior to that, because Charlie likes his medium well and a little bit more well than medium. And I like mine more medium well, closer to more well done, because I'm okay with a little bit of pink. I just, honestly, I don't really like seeing it too much pink. But that's just me and my crazy brain. But anyways, yes. So while I'm doing that, and what I didn't tell you is that on the other one, on my pressure cooker, I currently have some green beans that I bought at Sam's that were already prepped, like they were already seasoned. I think it just had maybe minced garlic in it. And I added some of that Kerrygold butter in there as well. And I added a little bit more seasoning to it because, you know, it's not properly seasoned. It needs more pepper and a little bit more to the green beans, because I think it's just seasoned enough for most people. Did you hear that beep? That beep is telling me that it's ready to add the food, but I'm flapping my lips and I can't do that right now because I gotta add a little bit of the salt, sea salt, that I have to grind up a little bit. I don't put a lot because I can't eat too much salt because I have problems with swelling. But, you know, just a little bit is okay. It's not gonna kill me because I do want to give it a little bit of that, you know, good taste. So I'm gonna add just a little bit of salt. And I like using this salt, 1 sea salt, and I like using salt that you have to grind. To me, it's just more fresh that way. And I'm gonna add just a little bit of pepper, not a lot. And I don't care if, no, you're not supposed to put pepper. Well, we like it like this, okay? And everybody that has my steak likes it like this. So if you don't like it, too bad. You don't have to come and eat it in my house. But my husband likes it, and that's all that matters. And if you doubt me, come to my house and I will feed you and I will change your mind. And again, I didn't add a lot. So if you're watching this, you don't have to cringe too much, okay? Or fast forward this part if you don't like my seasoning. But I just want you to see, again, my point in doing this video is just really focusing on the air fryer because I'm cooking a ribeye that I bought at Sam's because Sam's has the best steaks. Sam's, you hear that? Sponsor me too. But I'm being serious.
Hey, can you add portion there too so that they can sponsor us?
My husband is in the back and wants Porsche to sponsor this video. He says he needs some parts for my jacked up car. But I mean, Porsche, if somebody in your PR gets a hold of this video and you guys make something I can use in the kitchen, you know, I'll give you a shout out because I do love Porsche. And I'm sure you guys can, I don't know, make one of these maybe that you guys make, and I will use it and I will practice with it. And if I like it, which I'm sure I will love it, I will plug you too. I'm just saying. So this right here is Montreal seasoning, because I don't know, for some reason I can't say that word. Because I'm Mexican American, so I have an accent. Apparently I have an accent. That's what they say. And I do love this seasoning, but I'm not gonna like over season it because I have done that before. And right now I'm just trying to be a little bit balanced. But one thing,
I'm just trying to eat.
I know, and my husband is over there. But look, the beauty is that his steak, once I put it in that air fryer, it will literally be ready in about 10 to 12 minutes for him. 10 to 12 minutes. For me, it will be a little bit longer, like I said. And I'm just brushing it with that Kerry Gold butter. And I'm putting, as you can see, the seasoning around the edges too. Not the hair edges, but you know what I mean? Like these edges, because that's the fat part. And man, although it's not that good for you, when it has some of that seasoning and it's cooked to perfection, that stuff is so good. Ooh, my mouth is watering. Let me put a little bit because now I'm gonna put some of that seasoning around the fat part. That is so delicious. And then that's it. Again, it looks like I put a lot of seasoning, but really I didn't. And by the way, Ninja, I have your knives also, and I cannot, look, I'm gonna tell you something. If you buy these knives, one, they have to also buy Band-Aids, yup. And I believe that Ninja has to like make a video or do like a little YouTube that gives like a disclaimer, like be careful because you can't slice your hands open because those ninjas are ninjas. I'm just saying, they work really good. And that's my steak, and that looks the same on both sides. And I am about to open this. Look at, I just opened it because it's telling me to add the food. And I'm putting one, and I'm putting the other. there you go. I closed it. I can do something else. If I was cooking something else, I have 10 minutes for one, 10 to 12 minutes for one, and then probably 16 minutes for the other, because I told you I love mine more well than not. I absolutely love this Dawn liquid soap. Oh my gosh, it works so good for so many things. And once I'm done using the knives, that's one thing, is that I don't put them in the dishwasher, even though you can put them in the dishwasher. So I'm not saying, Ninja, that you can't. You can. But my mother-in-law, she was my mother, she was an avid baker and a cook. I mean, that woman could cook anything. And I just got some of the soap in my eyeballs.
What was her name?
Mary was her name. Nanny is what we called her. Riri. And she passed away the year next month. So I do miss her terribly. I'm not gonna cry. But she taught me how to cook a lot of things. And but anyways, she would get so upset at my husband because, of course, we always had a dishwasher, and Charlie would always like rinse stuff and put it in the dishwasher, and pots and stuff like that, and she would get so upset, and she would say, do not put the pans in the dishwasher or this, because your pans are gonna mess up. And Charlie would be like, Mom, it says dishwasher safe. And so she would say, I don't care what it says. You don't put them in there because you mess up the pans. So guess what? It would be annoying at first because we're like, oh my God, she just do it, whatever she tells you to do, because we don't want her to be mad or anything.
We did not want that smoke.
And we did not want that smoke, as my husband said. But I don't know, I just got in the habit of doing that, and I don't do that. I don't like putting the knives. I don't care about forks and spoons. We rinse those and then we'll put them in there, but not my pots, any of my pots. And I have the Ninja knife set. I have my Ninja pots too, and those do not go in the dishwasher, even though they can go in the dishwasher. I don't know. I just think it's just a love, respect thing that I do, just to honor her, even though I know she's not here no more. But I don't know. That's just what she taught me, and she taught me how to cook, not bake. I cannot bake to save myself. And that's okay, because I don't like baking. But cooking, she taught me how to cook. When I married my husband, all I knew how to make was hamburger helper. I knew how to make Mexican rice, and I knew how to make enchiladas, quesadillas, anything Mexican I knew how to do. Caldo de pollo, soup, all that stuff. But I did not know how to cook anything else. And so she taught me how to do that after discovering that all I knew how to make was hamburger helper. Anyways, that's another topic for another video. But yeah, so let me reel it back, guys. I put my food in there, and in the other crock pot, in the pressure cooker, the Ninja pressure cooker that I have over here. Follow me over here, camera. In this thing, I have green beans that I got from Sam's. And like I said, they were already prepped. I put them in there. Honestly, they only need about 8 minutes because I like them soft, but not too soft. And I think 8 minutes to 10 minutes max is all you need, and then you put them on steam. And so I put a little bit of water in the bottom, and then you just close it up. I like to put butter. I melted some of the butter and I put it over the green beans, and then it was already seasoned, like I said, with I think garlic, maybe garlic butter. And then I added a little bit of my own seasoning to it, and while the steaks are cooking, the green beans are steaming. And that's it. It's just gonna be steak and green beans. I also bought some avocados, so sometimes I want like a little sliced avocado with it. That's just me, my preference. And if I had more time, I would have also made maybe a small salad, But since it's a quick meal and Charlie's gonna go back to work, that's good enough for us today, and he'll be satisfied with that. And if he's satisfied, I'm satisfied. So yes, let me know if you enjoyed my video. And if you didn't enjoy it, I don't care. I don't want to know. Just what, babe?
Just watch the next one. It'll be better.
Watch what? The next one. Oh, he says watch the next one. It'll be better. Yeah. Because right now I decided I'm going to make videos until I get comfortable doing this. And then as hopefully I make more, I get better, and so forth and so on. So anyways, once again, thank you for spending time with me. I really appreciate the love and the support and the share. Sharing is caring, and that's what's going to help me as well. So, bueno, hasta luego. And I will show you guys, I will add the video of the steak when it's ready and done and completed, and maybe Charlie will let you know how it tastes, whether I over seasoned it or whatever as well. I'm gonna make sure that it's honesty that you're getting here. But if you do buy any type of a Ninja product, you will call me, you will text me, you will thank me, because they are the best inventions made in the cooking industry. I'm telling you, I live and swear by those things. So, cuídense mucho. Hasta pronto. Adiós. Okay, and this right here is the result of the Ninja grill. This is a ribeye, and these are the green beans that I made on the Ninja pressure cooker. And yeah, now my husband can eat, and he says he's very excited. Babe, what's the result with the steak?
It is a piece of perfection.
Well, I'm happy that you are enjoying it very much, and you deserve it as a hard-working firefighter. Thank you so much for what you do for me and for the citizens of Fort Worth. And I'm happy that you love this food. Obviously, look, he just barely put it on his plate.